Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Lauren and I run a small business called Flinwiki and I love to read, and that is what I make videos about. Today it is Saturday the 12th of October. I have got a market on today, but it is a evening / twilight market which starts at 5, so I'll need to be there around 3:30ish. But at the moment it is just before 11 and I have had quite a productive morning already. I woke up early this morning and I got straight out of bed, wrote a blog post, and then pretty much headed straight off to yoga, which started at 8:30. After yoga I went to the cafe to just edit the blog post and schedule it for it to post by 10, which I think it was about 9:45 at this point, so I didn't really need to schedule it. I probably could have just posted it, but I scheduled it to get it to go up at 10. Then I went and got some fuel for my car, and then I've come home. I've gone and seen my partner's parents. I went and patted the chickens, which some people will believe is not possible, but I love patting chickens. And I collected some eggs, and then I've already put 1 loaf of 4 on to bake. So I'm gonna have to bake 4 loaves today. I've just put that one on. It's only been in there for about 5 minutes. So I've got about 25 minutes until I have to be taking that out. But I'm gonna get straight onto starting my to-do list. I did write a to-do list on my phone today, which obviously I've ticked the blog stuff off, I've ticked yoga off, and I've ticked getting fuel off. But I've also got to finish quilting up some more book sleeves. If you guys saw, I think the last video, I spent a while. I spent pretty much the whole day, not yesterday, but the Friday before yesterday, I spent the whole day making book sleeves and successfully completed all of them. I think there was maybe 10. And then I had to put them through the washing machine to try and get all the chalk lines out, and the majority of them didn't get the chalk out. So I've got a few that I can still sell, but it's still a bit annoying that most of them had to be given away for free, or I kept one for myself. But yeah, I'm gonna sell the ones that did make it out alive at a cheaper price tonight, and hopefully they sell. But yeah, I've gotten all the large ones done and all the medium ones done. I just need to do the small, which I have 5 of, and I'm just quilting them so that I can bring them all to the market tonight and sew on the buttons while I'm at the market, because I don't really want to waste time while I'm there, because last year this market wasn't a very good one. I'll quickly explain about that market, but I'll put some like quilting footage over the top of talking so that we can get started with this actual video. Basically, tonight's event is the Tabcorp Twilight Market for the Victoria Cup. If you know anything about Australia, our Melbourne Cup is a big event. It's a horse racing event held in Melbourne where a lot of horses from around the country and around the world come and race. It's pretty big. We have a public holiday for it. It's on the first Tuesday of November usually, and yeah, it's a big event. But there's also such thing as a Victoria Cup, which a lot less people know about. So it's for the trots, but the horse and wagon racing, where there's somebody sort of on a cart in the back and they race. It used to be quite a dangerous sport because I believe the horses had to run in a certain way to avoid getting hurt, but now they've made it a little bit safer for the horses, so I agree with it a little bit more. I'm still not a fan of racing entirely. I probably just wouldn't support it myself in terms of betting or anything like that, but I do think that it's interesting to watch. I think horses are cool. They're really powerful creatures and I really like them. So yeah, this market tonight is just a really small market for the Victoria Cup. It's held in Melton, and yeah, there's only gonna be like 12 market stalls there. It's gonna be really small this year because last year it was an absolute windy mess. It was so windy. The horse races were fine. They went ahead. It was no big deal. But the wind was really knocking my stall out of place. It looked really bad. It just wasn't a fun time, to be honest. But nonetheless, I've decided to do it again this year because the weather is a bit nicer. The wind is still a bit high for the start of the event. I think from 5 to 7 or so, it's still going to be pretty high, but I think that's going to be okay because we've got a better wind management system for my stall. It is a horse racing, betting, restaurant, but bar sort of area, which kids stuff you would not think goes very well there, but I think I'll make a couple sales, mainly of probably scrunchies and heat packs. I don't think I'll sell any kids clothing tonight, so I'm not focusing on doing that, but it is on my to-do list to restock some items or start restocking some items. But I'm mainly focusing on quilting up these book sleeves to get the buttons on them while I'm out tonight. And then I think I'm going to work on some pouches because I really am running low on pouch stock. I've got a lot of duplicates of them, but I don't have a lot of different designs. So that's what I'm going to do. Hopefully you've been watching me quilt up some stuff, but I'm just going to leave you to time-lapse land now, and you can continue watching me quilt up these book sleeves until I'm done doing that. So I probably won't talk very much today. Alright everybody, it is 10 past 12 and I have my big stack of book sleeves. They're all quilted up. I don't know if you'll be able to see very well. This is just one of them. They're all quilted up with the batting. I've got to go through them all and pick one side of the quilted fabrics for each sleeve and put them in a bag with all the buttons, sewing needle, mini scissors, brown thread, everything that I'll need to sew the buttons on, and I'll put that next to the door to make sure that I remember to bring that to the market tonight. I also am solar charging all of the lights that I bought from Temu. I've never used them before and tonight is going to be their test run. Hopefully everything goes okay because it is still going to be dark past about 6, so if the majority of the market is dark and those lights don't work, it'll be pretty annoying, but I think it'll be okay. I'm gonna charge them all up today, all day, and then pack them to bring tonight. In terms of scrunchies, I'm all stocked. And in terms of the clothing, I'm out of stock on just a couple sizes, so I'm gonna be heavily advertising the fact that I can make to order. But the only thing that I really want more of for my actual table today is pouches. So I'd love to get a few small ones done, but I think I'm actually going to focus mainly on the large ones. To be honest, I'm going to do a bit of both. I can't really say that I'm only going to do one or the other when I know I'm going to do both. I'm not really happy with the batting that I currently have for the pouches, so I'm going to have to figure that out and potentially make a new style which might involve quilting as well. But yeah, for now I'm just going to go through all of my fabric and see what I can make pouches out of, and I'm just going to start cutting up some of that fabric. I do have to eat lunch at some point though, so I will probably eat lunch soon. The first loaf is done. I've just got the second loaf in for its second round of baking, so that's only got about 20 minutes left to bake, and then I'll put the third one in and we should be alright. I'm keeping in mind that I do have to leave at 3:30, so I think I'm also going to pack the car now. Even though not everything is done, if I just pack the car now, then I can always just grab tubs out that I need when I need them. So I think I'm going to do that, and you can watch me do that. Yeah, so packing the car and making pouches is the priorities for the rest of the day, really, and then I don't need to do anything else, I don't think. Oh, I do have to charge my square. everybody and welcome back to this video. It's only been a millisecond for you and it's been a whole night for me. It is currently 10:15 on Sunday and I'm just filming the ending to this video. This market was a real big surprise. I think at the start of the video I was explaining that last year it was not a very good event. I think I explained this all, but just in case I didn't, it was mainly because it was so cold and the wind was just awful and it just didn't seem like the type of people that were planning on purchasing kids stuff. So once again I went in with the mindset of that, but turns out that because last year was so cold, people just didn't bring their kids with them. It was so heavily filled with kids running around this time and it went really well. So the total that I made was just over 300. I sold a few items of clothes, which I wasn't expecting at all. I wasn't prioritizing making any clothes because I just didn't think that was going to happen. I did end up being able to sew 2 large pouches and 4 small pouches before the market. I finished them literally 10 minutes before we had to leave, so that was a bit stressful, but I got them done and ended up selling one of the large pouches, but I didn't sell any of the smalls, but that's okay. I actually really loved the way I set my stall up as well. I think that I truly did set it up for success and lots of people looked at a lot of the stuff there and really loved it. And they'd be looking at heat packs on one side and sort of ask different questions and I'd say, oh, there's more on the other side as well, which led them to walk around the whole stall to get to the other side to look at those heat packs. So then they'd see more things and be more willing to purchase more, which was really interesting. So the stall fee was $60. We didn't buy any dinner there. It was 5 until 10, but we weren't able to pack until 10:30. So we all packed down and then just had to stand around and wait for a little bit, which wasn't too big of a deal because packing down took the majority of that time and then we were only really standing there waiting for about 10 minutes, which, you know, some people were complaining, but I didn't really mind. So we ended up getting home at about 11 and then I did aftermarket sort of stuff that I like to do. And yeah, I've still got to unpack the car. So I'm gonna have to do that before I go out today because I've got to go to Bunnings today and get some soil for my garden. Yeah, I'm just really happy with how it went. I'm really proud of how much I sold. The amount that I sold is what I want my average market to be. And unfortunately it hasn't been recently because of the weather and people's finances, because of this economy that we live in at the moment. I know nothing about that, so I'm not going to pretend to know. But I'm really happy that you guys watched this video. If you're wondering about the book sleeves, I will have a major update in the next video on Thursday. But I did get all of the buttons sewn on throughout this event. I was picking it up, putting it down so often that I didn't get a chance to film myself doing it, but I did sew every single button on for every single sleeve that I am planning on making. So I was really happy about that. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, then make sure that you like it down below and make sure to please subscribe because I'm trying to reach a goal of getting to be monetized by Christmas, which is going to be a bit of a difficult goal to reach. I'm trying my hardest, so please subscribe if you can and are willing to. That would mean the world to me. Otherwise, I hope you have a good day or night wherever you are in the world. I love you so much and goodbye.